Chapter 3 Introduction to My Life. I got busted for shoplifting when I was 14, and I'm so grateful that in the 1970s we all loved the police. It was not the best time in my life. Humdrum, drip, drop. Today I would be prosecuted and would never find my way to medical school. Humdrum, drip, drop. And the shoplifting officer ended up not having enough information to detain me. So I am thankful to God and that my angel was watching over me. I ran away when I was 16 years old. I started junior college at 16 years old, but then came down with chickenpox and was out of college for 3 years before going back to college. Humdrum, drip, drop. Good thing I went to medical school, or else I don't think I'd be alive. Sometimes I forget things now. I try to think of ways to think so that I don't have to remember anything except pictures in my head. Thank you, Oral Roberts School of Medicine, and thank you, God, for maximizing my photographic memory then. Do you ever feel that way? Or is it just me? My fighting face all scrunched up on the inside and out. I look at the floor and make a mental note, assigning the memory as if it were a light beam that went from my dried out eyes to a shoe or some object, such that when I see the shoe, my brain is automatically, systematically preconditioned and triggered to remember whatever I'm trying to remember. In this case, it would be the shoe and the fact that I forgot what I was going to remember. Stupid, but necessary, humdrum, drip, drop. I know it was associating someone's shoes to my knowing that a person did not think I should be doing something. Humdrum, drip, drop. I think and talk to myself, going over various scenarios in my head. Okay. I'll admit it now. I tried the best I could, especially at being a single mother in medical school, residency, fellowship, and thereafter. And I am sorry for any hurts along the way, especially for my child whose intelligent eyes observed more information and events that I wish had never occurred. Nothing that bad, but when it came to being a single parent, I simply did my best. One day at a time. One day at a time. Do not think too far into the future. Humdrum, drip, drop. Remembering whatever I'm trying to remember. It's not on my sight, but my next bag should already be out, thawing, so I don't have to get the cold water into my heart. I cannot stop reassuring myself about my IV fluid or my batteries. No one else is going to suffer if something is missing. Humdrum, drip, drop. Cold IV water problem happened in a long time. I think Mikey and I had to hit the roof several times before people, especially my caregivers, understood and practiced their medicine. and forgot about mine. I'll agree that it does take a long time to get to know me, my habits and schedule, etc. I should go pee before I lose control of my bladder. Having a neurogenic bladder related to the brain is a side shot to all my other ailments. But I forget about what I was talking about, because humdrum, drip drop, and we're okay, both the IV bag, tubing, and the CAD pump. Don't ask me what the acronym CAD stands for. There are so many things to think about at the same time. My brain is overloaded with too much concentration, but it is ever burning to influence you, the reader, to believe in yourself and place your life in God's hands. Trust in Him at the highest and most often times that is possible in a day. Humdrum, drip drop. Okay, so we have to live through this, so we may as well have some fun with it. But I'll tell you later after us girlfriends talk to one another. I'll tell you about that later, and just let me focus on what I'm trying to say. Ugh. I have to feel this way about 25 times a day. My mind is weary and my eyes are dry again. The last time I tried to use a teardrop solution, I hit myself many, many times in the eye. No kidding. We were all young once, without the traditional cares of the day. I don't have to tell anyone this. You know if you are wild or calmed down, i.e., grown up. If you are reading this book because you have a loved one that has a problem, may God bless these words. I am humbled by being able to talk to you. Humdrum, drip drop. I shouldn't even be alive. I should have been sent to a nursing home. And I should be dead. Humdrum, drip drop. The kids are a different story, so let us just instead go to you and your husband or wife. There is a special blessing upon a marriage, as the Bible tells us so. Your event or accident happened, and now one of you is in a severely damaged shape. Battered women, rise above the dignity that you lack. Come together to help one another. Gain strength and your spirits from God, from a group or a family. Consider adoption if you are 14 and pregnant, or you already have 2 kids and now yet another fatherless child in your belly. There is no better gift that you could give your children than to raise them with 2 parents that have an affectionate and loving home. Raise them up having 2 parents that love them. What a gift. You girls that are adopting out instead of aborting your babies, hats off to you for doing the hardest yet best thing you could do for your child. Every child deserves the best parenting and imprinting of 2 mature parents who are truly happy to bring up a child. Humdrum, drip drop. Regarding you and your partner, how were things before this event? Perhaps assuming you are not now paraplegic, having no sensation below your abdomen. Humdrum, drip drop. Not many of your doctors, bet you, not even the female obstetric gynecology, have asked you or directly spoken to you regarding the changes that have occurred. Changes in quality, changes in quantity, changes in interest and disinterest, changes in wants and needs that cannot possibly be mentioned in civilized company, assuming that you are civilized. Okay, let's say you are not really civilized.